Tonight's DJNTV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, Newmark, and DJNTV Insiders.
This video is for you if you're trying to get more eyeballs to your social media accounts, or should I say ears to your music. This week's question comes from electronic music producer Castro out of the UK. He asks, hey, do you think you could give me some tips on handling my social media? For example, how could I attract more people? This is such a wonderful question, and I thought the best way to answer it is to actually look at your profiles to see what you've got going on that's working and what you've got going on that doesn't. But don't feel singled out, because a lot of artists make these same mistakes, and you are actually doing a lot of great things too. Two of the major things I noticed while checking out your profiles is that you don't actually have a Facebook fan page. And while that might not seem important right now, I really highly suggest you grab one while you have the chance. And some of the reasoning why has to do with having similar handles for all your social media, but I'll dive into that a little bit deeper a little bit later. One of the other things I noticed while checking out your profiles is that Castro is actually a popular electronic music moniker. With that being said, there are two things I would focus on if I were you in regards to getting more eyeballs to your social media accounts. Starting with number one, getting creative with your marketing strategy. There are many different ways that you can go about this, but one of the number one ways I suggest starting is to do your homework. See what other brands similar to yours are doing that is actually working. So maybe that is getting involved with remix competitions, maybe a bigger artist that is out there looking to get some various remixes on a current tune or EP. Another big thing might be taking your music on a Spotify list, putting a lot of other successful artists similar to your genre or subgenres of music, and mixing your music in there so that more people are able to hear your music in the mix of artists that they already really enjoy. I would also suggest collaborating with artists in other cities and countries so that you can get more ears on music that they might not have been introduced to had you not been putting your music out in their communities. In doing your homework, you're going to find tons and tons of different ideas and go in many different directions. It's kind of the brainstorming aspect of creative marketing, and you basically test all these different theories and see which ones work, which ones don't, and you might find what works now doesn't work later. So make sure you're trying out various combinations. Next, let's jump into social media management so that you can create that strong online presence. One of the first things I recommend artists doing is to grab their social handle on all platforms as soon as possible. So this could mean your domain name, this could be your Twitter handle, Instagram, Facebook. Basically, if you can, you want to make sure you have the similar URL or @ for each platform. So for example, for your Instagram and Twitter, you've got @Castro Music, whereas that's not available for SoundCloud, so you've got official Castro. Right now, because you don't have a Facebook page, it is really important that you go and you grab that Castro Music handle while you still can, along with the domain name. The reason you want to be on all of these main platforms, including SoundCloud, Mixcloud, and YouTube, is because not everybody on Twitter is on Facebook, and not everybody on Instagram is on SoundCloud. If you want to utilize social media and make sure that you grab all the possible eyeballs, then it's really important that you are on the main platforms. The other big thing is tagging. So on Instagram and Twitter, you'll see a lot of people hashtagging their content, but this is not where it ends. Another big thing, as mentioned before with a domain name, is getting a website like WordPress. You can grab one for free and you can do additional tags in your posts or on your pages or while you upload your various artwork for albums or press photos. You can tag them with Kestrel music. You can make sure that those words are in your bio or in your contact page so that when people are searching for you online, they find you before all the other Kestrel musics. Now, each one of these platforms respond differently, so it is important that you do your homework and figure out how each one of them works. But what I would say across all platforms to do is to make sure that your brand is consistent. So meaning that that brand image looks consistent across all platforms. When I look at your SoundCloud, it looks very professional. When I look at your Twitter page, again, it looks very professional. But when I go into your Instagram page, while some of the content looks fantastic, some of the other content doesn't quite make sense with the theme of the page. So for example, if someone visited your page, they might look at it and think that it's a little bit messy. This is where I would clean things up. So for example, instead of showing a video of your DAW with all the colors and blocks of your track, you might want to either put all of your content in black and white, just use a image of maybe your MIDI controller or your speaker while you play the music in the background. Other ways that you can showcase your music that are going to sound even better than they will in those little videos that we do with our iPads, tablets, or Galaxy, whatever your technology is, you can actually run your music through a lot of video programming, and then you have a nice album artwork or a nice little video with better quality sound of that tune. Kestrel, I hope you found this video helpful. For those of you out there that noticed any mistakes that they've made mentioned in the video, or maybe some tricks and tips that worked for yourself, please make sure to share them in the comments below. And as always, if you would like to have your Ask Kilma questions answered, you can hashtag Ask Kilma on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or you can email me anonymously at beats@kilma.com.